What is a fire number? Why do I have a fire number? What am I doing with my fire number? And how am I using that to achieve financial independence? Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, The Bulletproof Life. My name is Ronke Odewumi and I'm delighted to have you here. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about my fire number. What is a fire number? Why do I have a fire number? What am I doing with my fire number? And how am I using that to achieve financial independence? So let me start out by telling you what FIRE is. So FIRE is not like something is burning. No, it's an acronym for Financial Independence, Retire Early. It's a whole movement quite popular in the US where people are trying to achieve financial independence and retire early by living below their means. So before the whole fire number thing came along, I always assumed, well, I have to work till I'm 60, I have to work till I'm 65 before I retire. So help me God, your girl is already tired. But we have to do this. This is what my parents did. They worked till their 60s. You know, everybody's parents worked till their 60s. This is what's happening. But then the fire movement, it's a movement, came along and said, you can retire early, especially now that there are a lot of young entrepreneurs who have made a lot of money and retired early. It's a possibility, and the fire movement is saying regular people like you and I can also retire early if we live below our means and we work towards a specific number called the fire number. Now, your fire number or my fire number is a number that says that if I have this certain amount of money invested or in savings, I'm ready to retire. It's like telling you how much you need to have in order to retire. So that's your fire number. So your financial independence retire early number is the magic number that tells you, boom, you're ready to retire. So when I read about this movement a few years ago, I loved it. I love the idea of being able to retire early, not because I don't love my job, but because, you know, you want a break. You want to be able to retire early and you don't want to have to do some things because you need the money. You want to do it because, well, you're bored, you like it, and you're just doing it. Anyway, I like the fire movement. I like the fire number. There are some extreme groups of the fire movement that are really living way below their means. They're hacking life, hacking everything, and throwing all their money at their fire number so they can retire at 35, at 40 or 45. That's not my plan. I want to live a nice life while also working towards my fire number. Okay, so what's my fire number? How did I arrive at my fire number? How do you arrive at a fire number? How do you get to that number that tells you that you're ready to retire early? There are lots of fire number calculators online that you can just put in numbers into and they will tell you your fire number. However, there's a very simple way of calculating your fire number. The first thing you need to know is how much you need to live on monthly. What is your monthly expense? What are your monthly expenses? How much do you need to survive in a month? Then you multiply that number by 12. So let's say your monthly expenses are £2,000. Then you need to multiply that by 12 to get £24,000. That is your annual expenses. That is how much you need to live on per year. Then you multiply that by 25. And that gives you your fire number. That is a simple way of calculating your fire number. There are so many other ways of calculating these numbers. Some of them use a 4% factor, which is how much you need to have coming off your investment, annually in order for you to be able to live on your investments. But I'm not going to go down that complex route. I'm just going to give you what I've done, which is the simple calculation I just talked about now. So I calculated what I need to live on for a year, and then multiply that number by 12. So that is what I have done to calculate my fire number. So what is Ronke's fire number? What's my fire number? Do you want to know? Okay. Because I'm somebody who likes a good life, I like good things. I don't want to have a fire number that's going to have me eating Tesco Basic and eating, just the bottom of the pot kind of living. My fire number is quite high. I've said to myself, I want to live on £4,000 a month. That's how much I think I need to live for me to have a nice house, for me to be able to travel, for me to be able to take as many holidays as I want. Because what's the point of retiring if I'm going to be stuck in a house, unable to pay bills or unable to travel? I want to see the world. So my fire number starts out with monthly expenses of £4,000. Then I've multiplied that by 12 in order for me to get to my annual expense number, which is £48,000. Then I've multiplied that by 25 in order for me to get to my fire number, which is, yes, £1.2 million. Am I ever going to retire? No. Am I going to retire ever? Or is this a joke? Am I a joke to myself? Okay, what are you doing? My fire number is £1.2 million. Now, what am I doing to achieve this huge, amazing number? Let me tell you. The first thing I'm doing is that I'm paying into my pension. I'm throwing everything at my pension. I'm maxed out on my pension. I do maximum contributions on my workplace pension. And I'm not just contributing to my pension, I'm actively managing my pension. I have conversations with my pension manager. I'm ensuring that my pension is being aggressively invested. So I'm not working for my pension to be invested at 3% return. I'm working for my pension to be properly invested to get me a good return, because it's important to my fire number. The second thing I have done to get myself to my fire number is to set up a self-invested personal pension. And I'm throwing money into that as well. So I live below my means. I save aggressively so that money can go into my self-invested personal pension. And this is the pension account that I'm actively managing myself. I'm investing in it. I'm buying stocks and shares. I'm buying mutual funds. I'm investing in exchange traded funds, because I want that purse to grow to get me to my fire number. The third thing I'm doing to get to this fire number is diversifying my investments. I'm not just investing in my pension. I'm not just investing in a self-invested personal pension. I'm investing in other kind of investments that are not paper investments, such as property, because I'm hoping and believing that property is going to increase in value. I can sell it and get money out to push towards my fire number. That's the third thing I'm doing. Ignore the background noise. I've got a Walkman in my garden. The fourth thing I'm doing to get myself to my fire number is that I'm working hard to max out my stock and shares ISA. So the stock and shares ISA is a tax efficient account that you can open in the UK, which you can invest through. And I invest actively through my stock and shares ISA. So I'm using that to also push myself towards my fire number. If you want to know more about how to invest using your stock and shares ISA or your self-invested personal pension account, you need to be attending my Investing Masterclass, because I break it all down there. I break it down, especially if you are resident in the UK. If you are not resident in the UK and you still want to invest in global stocks and shares, in mutual funds and exchange traded funds, you can still attend my Investing Masterclass. I still talk about how you can go about doing all of that. So I've talked to you now about 4 things I'm doing to get myself to my fire number. The other thing I'm doing to get myself to my fire number is to increase my source of income, is to increase where money is coming into my pocket from. So I have a day job, and I also create intellectual property materials, which I sell. So I have things on Amazon, which I sell. I have books on Amazon, which I sell. So please, if you haven't bought my books, please click on the links in the description to buy my books and push me towards my fire number. So I'm doing all of these things to get myself to my fire number. And I feel like I'm on a good trajectory now. I try not to track it too regularly. I try not to track it on a monthly, weekly kind of basis. I check in on it every other month, because I've put in place a structure. I've put in place a process that I'm trusting to get me to my fire number. So I'm not somebody who wants to do a monthly update of where I am with my fire number. I'm not somebody who wants to do an update every other month to say, this is where I am, this is how much progress I've made. I'm not tracking it like that. I'm tracking it more on a 6-monthly annual basis. I set an annual target for myself in terms of investing, in terms of saving, in terms of putting money towards my fire number, and I keep working towards that. I don't want to be under pressure. I don't want to have anxiety because I'm working towards my fire number. So I'm doing it in a more casual, I hope to get there by the time I'm 50 kind of plan. I mean, if you're getting there over 50, it's not really early retirement anymore, is it? But that is what I'm doing to get to my fire number. So now you know my outrageous fire number. You know what I'm doing to get towards it. I'm working very hard to get towards it. I'm pulling my weight at work so I can get promotions, so I can earn more, so I can have more money to put towards my pension. If you have a fire number, tell me about it in the comment section. If this is your first time of hearing about fire movement and the fire number, Have I piqued your interest? Are you interested now? Is it something you want to calculate and find out if you want to work towards it? Let me know in the comment section. And if you are already part of the FIRE movement, woo, holla at me in the comment section. Tell me about your journey. If you want to know more about the FIRE movement, send me an email. Let's talk about it. I'm always willing to have a chat. I'm always interested in having a chat about this FIRE movement. And that is what I have to share today about my FIRE number, my FIRE journey, the FIRE movement, and how I'm approaching it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do it by pressing the red button on your right. Don't forget to press the bell so you can get notifications every time I share a new video. I love hanging out with you, and this has been an exciting video for me to make because again, I'm sharing personal information about my finances and what I'm doing so that I can motivate you and encourage you to do the same. Until my next video, you take care of yourself and keep living that bulletproof life. Bye bye.